Hey, Miss Parker's class. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Mr. Gomez. I am so happy, so happy, so happy, so happy. And it's not just because the Padres have been playing good, it's because we are coming back to school. We are coming back to learn. We are coming back to the way we were supposed to do things. Okay. So I want to talk to you a little bit about coming back to school, okay? But to do that, I'm gonna present my screen to you guys, okay? So hold on a second while I share my screen with you so you guys get to see what I get to see, okay? So guess what? We are coming back to school on I'm sorry, on May 13th, okay? And that is on a Thursday, which is a weird day to be coming back to school, but that's the day we're going to do it. Okay. We're going to come back to school on a Thursday. And when I say coming back to school, most of you guys in Miss Parker's class have probably never even been on our campus, right? You probably won't know where Miss Parker's class is, but guess what? Miss Parker's the best at being able to find you and being able to bring you into her classroom. Okay. So when we come back to school, there's going to be a whole separate gate for uh, TK and K kids, so kinder and pre-kinder kids with Miss Parker. Okay, you guys will be able to come in through your own gate, and Miss Parker will walk you into class. But there's got to be some stuff that we got to do, that everybody's got to do to make sure that we stay safe here on school campus. Okay, because I want you guys all back here, and I want you guys to be all together, but I want us all to be safe so nobody gets sick, okay? So one of the very, very first things I got to do is talk to you guys about wearing our masks, right? Everybody on school campus has to wear a mask to come onto school campus, okay? Everybody has to have a mask. I am not wearing my mask right now because there's nobody here on school campus right now. I'm here by myself. And so I don't have to worry, okay? But when you come onto campus, there'll be a lot of other people here too. And so you guys all have to wear your mask, okay? So bring a mask from home, one that's comfortable for you, one that fits over your nose and your mouth, one that you don't mind wearing all day, okay? If you don't happen to have one at home, though, we're going to have some here at school for you, okay? But we don't have a whole lot of them. So you guys got to remember to bring yours from home every day. Okay. If you don't remember, and if you don't remember, we'll get you one. But try to make sure you bring one that you're comfortable wearing. Okay. That you can wear all day. That's not going to hurt your ears or not going to hurt your nose or your mouth. Okay. And every time we're on campus, when we're around other people, our mask is always got to be on. Okay. It's got to be covering our nose completely and covering our mouth completely, okay? And I hope you can hear me talk so that I can talk through my mask, okay? But it can't be down here like this, okay? Can't be underneath our nose. It has to be covering our nose and our mouth all day on campus, okay? So after we worry about our masks, we have to worry about what else, okay? That we have to keep our hands clean here on school campus, okay? And there's a lot of ways of doing that. Now, in Miss Parker's classroom, she has a sink in there, and she has bathrooms in there, okay? So you could wash your hands in the sink with the good soap that's in there and make sure your hands are clean. I'm sure Miss Parker's even going to have certain times where the day where everybody's got to take a break and go wash their hands, right? And then Miss Parker has the nice hand sanitizer in her classroom that makes a bunch of foam. Okay, and then you just rub it on your hands until all the foam is gone. Okay, and that'll make sure our hands are clean, right? And now that we have our face covered up and our hands clean, then we got to make sure, what else do we need? Okay, you guys know this. We need to be socially distant from people. Okay, we need to keep our space, okay? And it's more than just a regular bubble. It's a 6 foot bubble, okay? A 6 feet bubble. 6 foot or 6 feet, Bubble? 6 foot, Bubble. Okay. And that means that we got to make sure that there's space between us and other people around us. Okay. And that's everybody. We got to make sure there's at least 6 feet between you and anybody walking on campus, you and your neighbor in your classroom, you and Miss Parker. Okay. There'll be times when maybe Miss Parker has to come over to try to help you with something. And she may not keep the whole 6 feet, but she's only going to be there for a little time just to help you. And then she'll make sure she has her mask on. She'll make sure that her hands are sanitized. Okay. And that's only when she needs to be next to you guys to help you with something. Okay. But other than that, we're going to try to make sure that our social distance space is there all the time when we're on campus. Okay. That's when we're walking in lines. That's when we're going outside to take a break, right? If we want to run around outside. That's when we're waiting for our parents to pick us up. That's when we're waiting in line to come into class. Okay, we got to keep that social distance between us. And I know you guys have figured out how to do the social distance thing, like when you're waiting in lines at markets, right, with your parents, or you're waiting at lines in the line at the store. Okay. That's kind of what social distancing is. It's keeping some space between you and the people around you, okay? Making sure that you're staying safe. So the three biggest things that we need to make sure that we're doing to be able to stay safe, right, is keeping our mask on all day that covers our nose and our mouth, right? Making sure that we bring a mask to school every day. And if not, then as soon as you get here, you ask us for one and we'll give you a mask, okay? The second thing is we need to keep our hands very, very clean. Okay, we're going to wash them with soap and water, and we're going to wash them long enough to make sure that we get all those ugly germs off of them, okay, and kill all those germs. Or we can use our hand sanitizer too that we have all over campus and in Miss Parker's room. There's a lot of hand sanitizers all over the place, okay? And we're going to make sure that we keep our distance from people, okay? So Miss Parker will kind of help you to find out what 6 feet really is, okay? But you know that if you have been around, walking around places, you know that you have to keep some distance between you and everybody else, okay? So let's talk about some other things that might be important for us to come back to school, okay? So let me see. We talk about, there's 3 really, really important things that we at Darnall want our students to do, okay? 1 is we want everybody to be respectful, okay? 2 is we want everybody to be responsible. And 3 is everybody being safe, okay? And so a lot of this being respectful, being responsible, and being safe has to do with helping to make sure that nobody else gets sick that we wouldn't want them to be sick, okay? So if we're being respectful, we got to follow all the safety things that has to happen on the campus, right? Our mask and washing our hands and keeping our distance from people, okay? We have to be able to walk in lines and stay in a line, right? Because Miss Parker has to be able to take you places on the campus, like when we go pick up a lunch before we go home for the day, okay? Or if we need to go outside to take a break, okay? Miss Parker has to be able to take you, but we have to keep our socially distanced lines, okay? And there are some cool things on the floor that our staff help put on the floor, so that way it could help us to remind us which way to walk on the sidewalk, okay? Because there's certain ways that we want everybody to walk one way when they're going out to the playground, and on the other side of the sidewalk when they're coming back from the playground. Let me see if I could have a picture to show you that, okay? Oh, right here. Do you see in the middle of this slide right here? There's a picture, right, of a sidewalk. And there's arrows on that sidewalk. One side of the sidewalk has arrows going towards Miss Parker's class, and one side of the sidewalk has arrows going away from Miss Parker's class, okay? So if you wanted to walk to Miss Parker's class, you would follow the arrows going towards Miss Parker's class, okay? And if you were going to come to the office, to talk to somebody at the office, then you would want to follow the arrows going away from Miss Parker's class. Okay, so you stay on one side of the sidewalk or another just to make sure that we're staying safe and everybody's going in the same direction. Okay, so make sure we got our masks, make sure we're washing our hands, making sure that we're keeping our distance from people, making sure we're walking on the right side of the sidewalk. Okay, making sure that when you're waiting outside for your parents to pick you up, that you're keeping your distance. Okay, what else do we need to worry about? Okay, well, there are classroom rules that we all have, and many of you guys don't know what those are because you haven't been in class yet. You were with Miss Parker, and this is your first year in school. But because we were doing distance learning, you didn't really know what the classroom rules were, right? And I'm sure Miss Parker is going to go over all of her rules with you in the classroom, okay? But I've got to remind you that we have to be respectful of Miss Parker. We have to be respectful of the other students in class that are trying to learn, okay? And we have to be respectful of ourselves, that we're there. We got to know that we're there to learn, and we need to be on our best behavior in order to learn, okay? We got to be responsible for ourselves. We got to be able to make sure that our hands and feet are where they're supposed to be at all times, right? If we're sitting on the rug, our feet and hands are crossed, and we're being respectful to and responsible to Miss Parker so we can listen to her directions, okay? And we're being safe. So we have playground equipment outside. We have equipment in the classrooms like our chairs and our tables, okay? And we got to use all those things safely so that we can have a good, fun day at school and learn a lot and nobody gets hurt, right? That's really important because we don't want people to get hurt or sick here at school, okay? So we got to make sure we follow Miss Parker's classroom rules and the school rules, okay? Like not running in the hallways, okay? When you're playing outside, to play outside, being respectful of other people so you're not bumping into other people and hurting them on accident, okay? Let's see what this slide has to say. Ooh, a lot of the classrooms are going to look different, but yeah, you guys probably might not even notice that because you guys haven't been in Miss Parker's classroom before, okay? But our classrooms are different now, okay? They have a lot more space in between each other's desks, and we have these plastic things that may be on top of our desk when we get into the classrooms, okay? The plastic things are just so that way when we're breathing and if we happen to cough on accident, we don't cough on somebody in front of us, okay? Or we don't breathe on somebody in front of us and get them sick. So everybody's going to probably have one of these plastic things on top of their desk, and their desks are going to be pretty far from other students. So that way you guys can make sure we're keeping our social distance, right? So classrooms will look a little bit different, and Miss Parker will come over to you. If you need some help, you raise your hand, right? And Miss Parker will come over to you instead of you going to Miss Parker, okay? But Miss Parker will explain all that to you when you guys get into class. She's really good about that, okay? Ooh, okay, so there are times where we need to go to the bathroom, right? And you guys in TK are really, really lucky because you have a bathroom in your class, right? But guess what? We have to keep those bathrooms really clean so that way other people that need to use them can go in there and trust that they're not going to get sick in those bathrooms, right? So when you wash your hands, you got to make sure that you're washing your hands long enough to kill all the bacteria and germs on your hands, okay? You got to make sure you're using the toilet correctly and flushing the toilet the way you're supposed to, okay? Not throwing water on the floor, and then letting Miss Parker know if there's an accident in the bathroom or if the bathroom is not clean the way it should be. You got to let Miss Parker know so we can get somebody in there to help, okay? Now, most of the rules that we have on campus for the bathroom have to do with other bathrooms that more than one person can use the bathroom at one time, okay? But in your classroom, you have a bathroom where you're going to be the only one in the bathroom by yourself, okay? So as long as you're respectful in there and you're responsible and you're being safe, that's all that we ask of you guys, okay? Be respectful of the bathroom, be responsible, and be safe in there. Okay, you guys? These are the bathrooms from the other parts of campus, but you guys don't have to worry about that. Okay? So I just want to say that I am very, very happy, you guys, that we are coming back to school. Okay? I hope that you and your parents feel safe coming back to school. I know that the school is doing everything we possibly can to make sure that you guys are safe. And we're going to continue to do all that work to make sure you guys are safe. When you come onto campus, we'll take your temperature. We're going to ask you a few questions just to make sure you feel good that day. Okay. So if you don't feel good, let us know, and then we can call your parents so they can come and pick you up and take you home. Because we don't want you guys to feel sick here on school campus, okay, and not feel good here being here. So that's it. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope that you guys have a great, great time and a great experience here in Miss Parker's class. I know she's the best teacher that we have on campus, and you guys will probably love her even more than you do already because you guys actually get to work with her in school instead of just on the computer, right? So I will see you guys when we get here. I'm looking forward to it, and have a good rest of your afternoon, you guys. Bye.